Now that we've sort of, determined that, sprint review meetings, are a critical element, in Scrum. Let's talk about the anatomy, of a sprint review. And so, Jalen, if you can, sort of like speak to that, what are the major aspects of a sprint review, and sort of what are the objectives of each aspect, of the sprint review?
Definitely. So, to start off, of course, every sprint review, we're going to open up sort of with an introductory sort of goal setting slide or conversation, right? So we're going to go over at a high level what we were trying to accomplish this sprint. And then I may go over a few key features or tasks that we really prioritize the sprint to make sure they got accomplished. So that's the first section is sort of goal setting, right? Followed by the goal setting, we typically go into the analytics next, right? So we're talking about looking at our velocity, burn down, burn up charts, our cumulative flow diagrams, these sorts of things, right? Which really are all like measures of the team's productivity, but just from different sort of vantage points, and looking at how successful we were at completing what we estimated during that sprint. And then after we get out of the analytics, we go into a more granular look at what we worked on. And for us, we look at each individual story that was completed, task that was completed, any bugs that may not have been completed, and just really try to point out any specific areas that we feel like, caused any real tension or that may, need some further addressing in future sprints. And so once we've covered that, we kind of go from there into our actual demo, right? Which is the point that we get to show off what we've built, right? This is the point, like Victoria was saying, everybody enjoys the most. And so at that point, of course, it goes back to the same thing we all keep harping on, which is gathering feedback, right? So we'll typically have, somebody from the development team, actually use the product, and then we'll have the client or whomever the primary stakeholder is sort of stop and ask questions as we go along. And then as we finish the demo, then we kind of move to close. And for us, the close is all about, looking forward, right? So we'll do essentially a preview of the next sprint, and it'll be akin to sort of like that opening slide, right? So we'll say, here's the overarching goal that we're looking to accomplish next sprint. And then maybe here are a few features that we're going to prioritize along the way. So that's pretty much the anatomy of how we run our sprint review meetings and the objectives for each section.
Yeah, no, that's I think an excellent description and approach, and hopefully our viewers can walk away from this understanding what they should be expecting from their sprint review meetings. So yeah, cool. And I guess I do want to make this clear for the uninitiated. When Jalen's talking about stories, he's talking about user stories. And from an Agile Scrum perspective, a user story is akin to a requirement, but it's a particular format and a particular perspective on documenting requirements. That's typical in most Agile environments. So Victoria, next question.